Good morning. We're starting our week off right with some protein yogurt and protein chocolate milk, which is almost gone. It's really good. This week, I'm going to be painting a lot of things. I'm working on a lot of projects, a lot of shoe projects, but the biggest project I'm excited about this week is I'm working with NBA player Cade Cunningham on a pair of shoes. Actually, he sent me 3 pairs of basketball shoes. And so we're going to be working on those this week, designing some sports cards. And yeah, I'll show you guys more when I get to the studio. It's the middle of November right now, and it is so warm here in Wisconsin. And by warm, I mean like, I don't know, 40 degrees, but the sun's shining and it's way warmer than it usually is here, and it feels amazing. All right, we're finally on our way to the studio, and it's about a 20-minute drive, so we have a little bit of time just to enjoy some music and relax for a little bit. All right, we are here at the studio, and it's a great spot. It's got my airbrush booth for painting and all that. But we're gonna start off today by going outside and getting a package, because I got an exciting package and I can't wait to show you guys, so let's go do that. All right, so this box has custom boxes for my sports cards that I sell. So these are packaging I ordered from a company that has my logo on it, so I'm excited to show you guys that. So I make these sports cards that I either hand paint or I draw them digitally and release like a certain amount of them each week. And so I do a couple drops a month. Actually, I do like 3 or 4 drops a month, and then I hand paint some that are one-on-ones, and this box is addressed to Mr. Cody. So each one of these are individual boxes, and I'm about to take these out and show you guys a little bit more, but they're like magnetic boxes, and they go with these cards that I make. They go with these. So this one's a hand-painted one on top of like this platinum foil with I designed the backs, I signed the backs, but they're custom cards that are slabbed up, and then I put them in an acrylic case, which also has my logo. I'm not sure if you can see, but also has my logo down here. So this one's an example of a hand-painted one. This one's an example of one that I drew on my iPad and then released a bunch of different variants. So I think there's 10 of these. This drop is sold out, and then I did a custom one for someone recently, this Kobe Michael one. So I'll show you guys how it all ties together, but let's get this out of the packaging. Okay, before I show you my packaging real quickly, I just want to show you this piece of art I just got in the mail from David Hunya, I think it is. He does dollar bill art, and it's so cool. So this is my first ever piece from him. I like collecting art from other artists, and I've been following his work for a really long time, and just look how cool that is. It was a Halloween drop. It's limited to 50. So like that's the bill. Here's the packaging that he did. Came with like a sticker sheet, certificate of authenticity. Super cool. So I just want to show you guys that because I'm really excited about it. Okay, so let me show you guys. I got one of these out now. Right here, magnetic box. You unclip the magnet and then boom. The card is then in, I guess I can't use that box anymore. The card is then in this bag, which also has my logo on it, which I really like. So you just open the slightest bag off, and here's how the card comes packaged. So I do limited drops of these each week. So this was a custom commission, so this was a 101, but I drop a design each week. It's not always sport, it's sometimes character work and stuff. Like I've done like Mandalorian, stuff like that. But yeah, I put a lot of time into designing the packaging. Well, putting my logo on it, but like just finding what I like, what colors I like, the black, the gold, the red. I'm done shipping everything now. I have everything packaged up and ready to go. I'm gonna be taking that to the post office when I leave here to go back to my place. But right now, I'm gonna be filming a few things. I got this nice setup here. I'm gonna be filming some TikTok and Instagram content, and then editing that. And I just edited on this guy. This is cool. Yeah, I just got this and I like it. I'm gonna be editing this and posting it, but I've just been using CapCut, which is really all I think you need. So when people ask me what I film on my phone. And then right now I'm filming the YouTube video on this DJI Pocket Osmo that I have that I've been really liking as well. So we're gonna do that real quick. And then finally we can start doing some creative stuff, some more fun stuff. Like I'm gonna be designing a card for this week's drop. And then I'll show you guys the shoe I have mocked up for the NBA player that I'm working with, which I'm not sure if I told you, but it's Cade Cunningham. Not sure if I said that yet. Detroit Pistons player. So I have a pair mocked up, and then we have to paint them. We probably won't start the painting today, but the design, we're actually waiting for them to confirm the design, so we definitely won't be painting them today. But let's design a pair of shoes for NBA player Cade Cunningham. I probably will film myself like 6 more times doing that, but just showing you the guys behind the scenes of making content. Let's design a pair of shoes for NBA player Cade Cunningham. Today we're gonna be designing a pair of shoes for NBA player Cade Cunningham. I'm also gonna be switching up where I'm doing this. I might film this angle over here. Okay, so you saw this in the video that I just showed you, but I spent a good amount of time mocking up this first pair, which was Spider-Man for Cade Cunningham. And then he scratched the idea. He liked the design, but he decided he wanted to do Captain America instead, so that's what we're going with. If I sound bad today, I was sick the last 2 days, and I'm still a little bit congested, but today we're working on Cade Cunningham's shoes, and I really want to get these done, so we're going to start working on them. They come with 2 pairs of laces, white and blue, so we'll see which ones I want to use in the end, but it is a red, blue, white design, red, white, and blue, and it is Captain America, which is cool too, so we're actually doing Captain America, but instead of doing Captain America, I switched the face to look like Cade, so it's gonna have a beard, a mustache, and then we're gonna change his skin tone a little bit darker. So we're calling it Cade America. So here's the shoe we got. This is what we're gonna be working on today. So here's the drawings I did, if I can zoom in on this. So this is Captain America, but in Cade Cunningham version. So again, with beard and mustache, change the skin tone. That is a star, he asked me. So this is his logo here. And then I put a different A or star where the A is supposed to go right there because he wanted that there. I think it's a town in Texas, he said. I think he's from Texas, so we're gonna cut these out on the Cricut machine. Finally about to start airbrushing the shoe, but it nearly took forever to get to this point. So we're gonna have the stripes, so it's gonna be red, white, and then the blue is gonna be up here, like the American flag. It took me so long to tape this shoe up completely and get to a point where I was ready to start spraying, but literally like 4 or 5 hours, and I'll probably spray for about an hour. So a lot of times it's a lot more prep than it is painting, but it all ends up working out because it ends up looking cool. Okay, this is the next day. I spent pretty much all night last night working on these. I spent till like midnight. I was too tired to even film much of it, but here's what we got right now. I just drew in the details right here, but I got the American flag down, which I think looks super sick. Came out exactly how I wanted it to come out, really. A few touch-ups, but here's the other side. I painted in the logo right here, which looks super sick. That's Cade Cunningham's signature logo, which I love. It's 2 C's. But here's where we're at. We're gonna start painting in the character now. A few days after Cade sent me these and they came in, it was announced that he signed an extension deal with Nike for 6 years and that he's getting his own signature shoes. So it's like a really cool time to be designing shoes for him because he's like all the buzz right now in like Nike and the sneaker world just because he's getting his own signature shoe. And Nike's now adding a new signature athlete, and he is very, very good right now. He's very good, and his team's playing really good, which they haven't always been good. So the Pistons are playing really good right now, and he's getting a lot of buzz. So it's just really cool to be able to work on a pair of shoes for such a big athlete. And I'm sure I'll get tagged or I'll get posted on a lot of big sneaker accounts like Slam Kicks, BR Kicks,
So I'm really excited to see what the buzz is like after he wears these. And it's always cool to see the response, hopefully good response. But I found that I typically get really good responses, which is awesome. Sometimes I'll see somebody do a custom pair and they'll have like a bunch of hate comments on it. But I typically don't experience that. Like I'll see some because some people think it's corny for like some players to wear like I remember when I did a pair of Tom and Jerry shoes for Tyrese, everyone was calling him corny for it. But I think it's cool, of course. But I'm really excited to see what everyone thinks about him and just to see what uniforms he wears them with. That's always super cool to me because like matching the uniform to the shoe or whatever, because these are red, white, and blue, and he plays for the Pistons, which is red, white, and blue. So obviously it's just exciting to see how everything. And then if you can find pictures after the game, it's really cool. And given that he's so big and he's so popular, and every time he wears something, it's posted, even if it's not custom. It's posted all over. People love to see what athletes are wearing. I know there'll be pictures, but I'm just excited to see how those turn out, because that's like getting a picture of Cade Cunningham or any big athlete for that matter wearing my shoes is like really cool for my resume. And it's just really cool because one day I'll look back on all that and like I think about maybe one day showing kids and who I worked with and just reminiscing on every big athlete, every big project I've worked on. So it's always really cool to get those photos. Okay, the shoes are done, but before I show you guys, I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you're an NBA fan, watch out for these shoes because Cade is going to be wearing them soon. And then I have 2 more pairs on the way for him. But now it's time to show you guys the shoes, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And let me know what you guys think of these shoes in the comments.